right now there is a significant amount of popularity around Keanu Reeves. And anyone who's watched, well, The Matrix, John Wick, will know this famous action superstar actor. And 2019 seems to be the year where he's really gained popularity. And why is this? From a marketing perspective, you gotta wonder, why is Keanu so popular? Well, he's a very likable individual. He has the likability factor. Everyone likes Keanu because he's just somebody that you would want to be around. He's somebody that you could befriend. And that's appealing. That's appealing because with all the outrage out there today, here's this guy who's very humble. He's very humble, and he just seems like a really nice person to be around. Now, I attribute that to the fact that he's Canadian. I'm not biased or anything, but obviously that seems to have an effect. But if you watch him, he just seems very humble and polite, and seems like the way people should be, and the way people should be treated is how he acts. So he can't do anything wrong. He can't do anything wrong. He's basically a very genuinely good person, and that obviously translates into the likability and all of that. He's essentially what all men might aspire to be. He has amazing abilities in the movies. He's able to be this action star, like a true action star, not like the fake superheroes that we see, but like a real person who could actually legitimately do action movies. And he does his stunts. So there's something about that. Obviously, he's kind of the definition of a man and what women would want in a man, and that obviously has its appeal as well among women. So you have men who want to be like him, and then women who want to be with him because, well, it's tough to find a good, nice person these days. It's not easy. You have to sort through it. So he has this sort of aura about him which has an appeal. He's kind of come up from like a tragic story after losing his girlfriend in a car accident, and he has a bit of a tragic story to him, which also is a very appealing aspect because there's some emotions and feelings behind him. So people feel a bit sympathetic around his past, and that connects emotionally with a lot of people as well. So there's emotion behind it. His movies obviously are doing quite well as well. He's a box office success. He's obviously doing quite well with the acting, and the movies are commercial successes. So as a result, he's got that. Also, his past with The Matrix. Well, because he was so successful with the Matrix trilogy, that's translating into success with this John Wick trilogy that he's created thus far, and there might be another John Wick, I think, but there's something about it that is appealing because it's showing more success, so people are latching on, kind of like Tiger Woods and his comeback. Well, Keanu's had a bit of a time where I guess his movies weren't doing so well, and now he's got a bit of a commercial success comeback with the box office. So now anything that he's in seems to be a hit because he's got that buzz around him. He's essentially someone who just treats other people nicely, and I think a business or a person or anyone that wants to conduct their life appropriately would be best served to look at what Keanu does. It would be good for all of us to see how we can be better, and he's got some humor to him as well. He's been in some comedy movies, and so he's able to sort of laugh at some of his quirks and whatnot. So He just seems like someone who you'd want to be. Now, I'm not trying to brag about a fellow Canadian here. I am merely pointing out the fact that a person can be a brand, and that brand can be powerful, and how you deliver yourself can affect your audience and how they perceive you. So that's something to keep in mind when you're perhaps building out your audience, or trying to attract an audience, or trying to attract a fan base, is that the individual is quite a powerful aspect of that. And you can look at other examples of movie stars, and I look at The Rock as another example of someone who is like the last of the real men, right? One of the few last real men. Someone who really takes care of themselves health-wise, right? Both The Rock and Keanu Reeves are really taking care of themselves health-wise. They look really lively for their ages. So there's all of that appeal right there. This is why The Rock also is having such amazing box office success. You have the two of them there, and they just can't go wrong. So how can you apply that to your brand? How can you figure out sort of an essence that attracts people to your brand? Something to think about. Because that appeal is going to carry these actors through for many years. And it can be the same thing for companies as well. That's it. I'm going to wrap this up. Until next time, thanks for tuning in. Bye.